Anti-Afro Svengalis. Yes, this video is about Dumpsey D. Derell Spears. Just want to make sure we're putting that right up front. Under a 9-count indictment, 5 counts of healthcare fraud, and 4 counts of aggravated identity theft. Arrested October 1st, out on $25,000 unsecured bond. Yes, this video is about Dumpsey D. Derell Spears. We're going retro, and you know how nervous those subjects get when we start going retro because they scrubbed, purged, obliterated how many channels? Thinking the evidence was going to be buried. There would be nothing anyone can pull up. Well, when I say anyone, I'm talking about in and around the Umar Johnson sector, so they can run around to all these different sectors, perpetrating as if they're pristine, pure as the driven snow, thinking there's no receipts to debunk the lies that they're telling. Here's the bottom line. The truth needs to be told as the truth. Whether whoever accepts it wants to hear it or not, that's not relevant. The truth just needs to be spoken. We're going to start in November of 2020. You see the 2 dates up here. That's where we're starting. There was a live stream that Dumpsey ran. Pay close attention to not only what's on the screen, pay attention to what's said, and I'm going to pull this back into the present day. So stay tuned and I will return.
What's up, everybody? This is D. Derell at the practice today. Hope everybody is having a good day. I am chilling here at the Houston office. Man, I just have a lot. I have a lot to go to talk about today. Man, this is crazy. I just want to let you all know, these are not the type of shows that I enjoy doing. This is not something that I look forward to doing. I could be talking about tons of other things, far more important things than this. And I have to lower myself to this. This man you see on this screen here has said things, subliminals, giving people the idea that I am bankrolling the very people who are bringing him down. I would have never thought that Lennon Honor, of all the lowest things that he does, never would I have thought Lennon Honor would be engaging in the type of behaviors that he likes to engage in. My God. Ladies, oh my God, did y'all hear this? I want to just cover my ears. Topping, what the fuck? Let me play this back. Lennon Honor has been in the background and allowing people to dox other people, including myself. So I have no sympathy for him, Nene, because he's the same person that allowed Afro Anti-Spengali to dox me and put false information about my license. So you all can fuck off if you got issues with me doing this video. Thank you.
On Craigslist, inquiring about gay males who would be willing to be interviewed by him and paid to be interviewed by him. And these interviews are scripted.
It's not scripted.
Justice will be served. I'm telling you, I'm going to bring this young man to justice. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be joking and clowning because this is serious. I mean, this is an important lesson. I actually think that this could be turned into a documentary.
Let's do this.
About the pitfalls. And I'm going to show you a pattern of behavior with this individual.
Wait a minute. You see, now this is the hypocrisy. People think because you're professional, like Nene thinks, because I'm professional and I'm educated, that I am supposed to allow people to talk and treat me any type of way without responding. I'm a human being just like anybody else. I actually have a family, true family, that I actually take care of with my own money. I don't go on YouTube begging for money. The money that I get from YouTube goes strictly to the Janice house to help to help people with mental health, with mental illness, have a place to stay.
Don't worry, folks. I caught his comment about the Janice house and how he lied about making his own money. I'm going to cover those. Cover those in detail in another video. We're here for another purpose. Think this is a live stream, which we have the entire live stream, by the way. Might be something that the federal prosecutor just might be interested in. I have a feeling, however, they are already aware. It would be impossible for them not to see where this money was going. Let's get on the same page. You saw Dumpsey D. Derell ran my name on the banner, which he did almost every live stream, telling people to report me to the board. Did I jump up and down, screaming, holler, pitch a fit? Nope. But guess who pitched a fit every time complaints were filed against him? Not just with the regulating board, but with other entities who were not aware of what he was doing. Dumpsey D. Derell complained. I never complained. Never even heard from the board. The board is not going to contact somebody unless the complaint has potential merit that's credible. And credible means it's within the statute, something that the regulating board or the licensing board by law is required to address. He was hearing left and right from the licensing boards and the agencies that he supposedly was working for, because he was having all kinds of problems. But you heard him say the practice. This is what he was doing at the quote practice. And I didn't play the vulgar, disgusting parts of this live stream because he very much so was making vulgar comments about Lennon honor and same-sex acts. This is about all the scam that he was involved with, paying people to perpetrate, saying Lennon was DL. I'm talking only about this live stream because by no means was Lennon the only one they did this to. Every single heterosexual black male was targeted by Dumpsey D. Derell and his flunky freaks, who he paid to help spread all of these DL rumors, married man with children is gay. It's the same pattern, which continues, by the way, to this very day. That is the MO of Dumpsey D. Derell and his flunky freaks that he pays. Keep in mind, the point is he was doing it at the office, the same place where he was fraudulently billing. This is 2020. Folks, he had already stolen money from the government. He continued to steal money from the government because he was online. He continued to steal money from the government as he came online from the office and was doing stuff like this, saying it's the practice. He is associating his supposed profession with this vile garbage that came out of his mouth. Like I said, I'm not playing that. And thought it was so funny. Remember, jolly good time they were having. I haven't forgotten, folks. My name on the bottom of that screen that he ran. He was filing complaints and paying people to file complaints, false complaints, because he was coming out and saying it. And you see the banner on the bottom. Never got him anywhere, which moves me over to what's the here and now, what's going on as of today. Before I do that, though, take a look at the screen. The date, July 7th, 2017. That is when Dumpsey D. Derell put his name on YouTube, then ran around screaming and crying about being doxxed. When all day, every day, he kept saying that Rev G's wife is a public servant and her picture can go up. Rev G's address can go up anywhere. Mine can go up anywhere. But when it comes to him, it's doxing. Whatever. Which is the reason why this never got anywhere. It's among the repetitive garbage that he spews, the repetitive lies, the repetitive slander, because he has no facts. So let me tell you what's happening here and now as of today. What I did, I went ahead and filed a complaint with the Texas Behavioral Health Council. Here's the form that I used. I let them know what's going on with this indictment. So I informed them that he's under federal indictment. You best believe they don't have any idea, because Texas has serious problems, long-term problems, with the Texas Behavioral Health Council being lax with properly addressing disciplinary issues with those who are licensed in the state. Check the article out below the title. Texas dropped the ball. And I'm going to make sure this time they're not going to drop the ball. But let me tell you how they dropped the ball. When you have issues with billing and you get disciplined with billing or false claims, however somebody wants to dress it up, your practice is supposed to be monitored and you're supposed to be on probation. Specifically here in this state, you have to pay for an auditor and you have to pay for a billing monitor. That billing monitor and auditor have to contact the state and coordinate contacts to verify that they are auditing you and monitoring your billing. They can't be somebody that you are associated with. You have to sign like an affidavit. And if the person on probation doesn't comply, they're going to revoke their license. I've seen this plenty of times when they send out the disciplinary announcements. I'll find one, go over it with you, show you what they do in this state. You're not going to be able to have a false billing or fake billing or any issue with billing without having a practice monitor, a billing monitor, and an auditor that sends a report to the state however often they request it. So they just let him steal money and gave him a slap on the wrist. The dum-dum continued with the behavior which led to the federal indictment. Do you think this is someone who is ever serious about working in this profession? He was so serious, right, folks, that he stole money. He stole money to fund a lifestyle while he was trashing everyone, calling them broke. Who was broke? He was broke. He wasn't even working. He wasn't working. How long has this been going on, folks? It has to have gone on for a substantial period of time. I'm going to address the timeline in another video, but I wanted to point this out, be very clear what's going on here, the here and now. I filed a complaint with the Texas Behavioral Health Council using this form here, and I informed them of the federal indictment. Trust and believe they didn't know about it. And when they contact me, I'm going to inquire, were you aware of this? Better yet, let me tell you what they're going to ask me. How did you find out about this? They're going to ask me that question. Watch, folks. Trust and believe, folks. They would have had no idea. In this state, we have what's called a PC 23. Any person with any sort of license, certificate, credential issued by the state, if their behavior is suspected to be so egregious, dangerous, high risk, they are not going to wait for any complaint process to play out. They're going to have a suspension placed on the license. Cannot practice until the issue is resolved in their favor. If it's resolved in their favor, they have to file another court motion to have the order lifted. So what happened with Dumpsey D. Derell, the federal court just came in and did it. And the federal court obviously calls the shots over the state. So Dumpsey running around saying he can still practice? No, like I said in the last video, the federal government shut him down. Texas needs to overhaul their system. This is a perfect example of someone who continued to slip through the cracks and engage in fraud because there was no monitoring. There are so many ways that you can monitor somebody. Ultimately, if they're going to commit a crime, they're going to commit a crime. If someone is serious about improving upon what they did, they would be cooperating. But you see, when subjects get caught, they don't want to cooperate. It's too hard to be honest. Look at Dumpsey. He's already setting that situation up. He's been busted. He doesn't have to go through any situation where he's monitored. He's already trying to find a way to weasel out of the pre-trial release conditions. He signed that bad boy because he wanted to get the hell out of federal detentions. He's already looking for ways to violate the law in defiance. But I got more, much more coming your way, folks. Buyer beware.